Dear all, the reason I'm making this video in English and I will include Arabic subtitles is because I want to make sure that both parties are getting the information right and there are no conflicting information or any mistakes in conveying the message, whether to Arab nations or foreign nations that are monitoring the events in the Middle East as we speak. So let's proceed with the second day of war updates. So the war escalated dramatically after the United States and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury. Massive coordinated strikes on Iran aimed at dismantling its leadership and military infrastructure. These strikes continue today with fresh waves of air attacks deep into Tehran and surrounding areas. Iranian state television confirmed that Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, along other senior officials like the Minister of Defense, Chief of Staff, and other 48 senior officials, were killed in the US-Israeli initial strikes, marking a major turning point and vows of revenge by Tehran. The United States military has announced 3 service members killed and 5 seriously wounded, the first confirmed American combat death in this conflict. Other equipment losses, such as radar or drones, are described as materialistic, with no further US deaths acknowledged. In response, Iran launched waves of ballistic missiles and drones at Israel and US military bases through the Gulf, including Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and the UAE, targeting major ports and other strategic targets, of course air bases, that host the US troops. We have got reports that air defense systems in Israel. Sorry guys, I was just interrupted by the Amber Alert. Let's continue. The air defense systems in Israel and Gulf states have been heavily engaged even as we speak right now, and new weapons started targeting Israel for the first time. There are high casualty events resulting in over 13 killed and many others injured in a single operation. Investigations are underway to figure out why the sirens didn't go off in Israel, and barrages at all fronts are active even as we speak. In the UAE, Iranian missile attacks killed 3 civilians and injured dozens as air defenses intercepted most threats, as stated by the local media office. Gulf states reported hundreds of drones and missiles intercepted, with limited property and individuals damaged. Ports and military bases are among the most targeted areas, while UAE just became the first GCC nation to recall off its diplomatic mission and its ambassador from Tehran till further notice, and they have shut down their embassy in Tehran. Iran's own reports and human rights groups indicate that over 200 civilians have been killed and thousands are wounded in the latest strikes, including large civilian structures such as girls' school in Minhab, where death toll as of the latest update is 155 female students killed in this operation, while others are still, search parties are still looking for more survivors or recovery teams. Now, to doomsday scenarios becoming real, reports of Iranian naval and missile activity around the Strait of Hormuz have raised fears of closure, threatening all US ships, and issued a warning that no US ship shall pass through the strait. Several oil tankers were reported attacked amid the conflict. 1 tanker was sunk and 2 others struck. Crews were saved with minor injuries off the coast of Oman and UAE, though investigations into details and liability are ongoing after ignoring the warnings. Iran claimed it fired 4 ballistic missiles at the USS Abraham Lincoln. No independent verification or US confirmation that there are strikes that happened, but the Pentagon has not acknowledged any carrier hit or any other Navy vessel that was hit aside from the MTS, that was the support ship that was hit earlier today morning. But as for the USS Abraham Lincoln, there are no confirmed hits. They said that it didn't even come close enough. In retaliation, the United States sank 9 Iranian vessels, corvettes to be specific, from the Jamaran class. That was confirmed by SETCOM earlier. B-2 Spirit bombers and large-scale US and Israeli joint air operations targeting missile storages and other strategic bunkers as we speak right now are ongoing. Airspaces across multiple Middle Eastern countries, including Iran, Israel, and GCC states, and neighboring regions remain closed or highly restricted due to ongoing threats and defensive measures. Energy markets, and this is the real point that we need to take care of because there are few hours left for the markets to open again. The energy markets sharply reacted with oil prices surging and risk of trading due to fear of broader disruption in the Strait of Hormuz. And global supply routes are in jeopardy as well. Stock markets are expected to open down worldwide. Oil barrel prices in pre-trade sessions reached $100 per barrel, and the economy will be in more dire situations once the stock exchanges open in the morning. It is possible that some Middle Eastern stock exchanges will remain closed for the first day of the week, the first session, in order to minimize the economic drawback and give the events a chance to subdue and absorb the shock rather than having the economy be the one in the face of the barrel. Now, while global attention focuses on the war, a politically charged dispute has erupted in the United States over handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. While we are all here focused on the events between US, Iran, and Tehran, Department of Justice have started to withhold and remove dozens of pages from its public Epstein files database. The referenced allegations involving President Donald Trump and other members mentioned in the files have been removed, along with some other incriminating evidence. This was noticed by journalists and investigators that are monitoring the websites on continuous basis. Of course, if this is true, the DOJ will face a huge drawback and setback in terms of the public eye. The Justice Department has said that some records were withheld for victim privacy, but I'm not sure how true these allegations are. Now, further review include that there are no political motivation in the actions made by the DOJ, but of course time will tell us how severe these reductions or the files that were removed are, especially that some people still has the original files or the initial transcripts that were not removed saved or downloaded earlier. I will notify you with the latest updates. Stay tuned.